What is going on, babes? It is your girl Lillianette. Today we are back again. Welcome back to another video. Today, y'all, we're gonna kiki, we're gonna chit chat, we're gonna get into it, we're gonna discuss a couple things. Part of the reason why I haven't really been able to be as consistent as I would like to be is just because of the fact that, y'all, like, there's been so many new things that have been thrown at me in terms of life. I had to get accustomed. One of those new things is me working from home. So working from home, my perspective on certain things in life has definitely changed, right? Because I said, like, it's a very new thing. And yeah, I really, like, it made me realize, like, I really need to maximize my 20s, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna discuss, like, what made me, like, really, like, okay, babes, like, we really gotta, do you understand, we gotta really be focused, tunnel vision. And I think really addressing what made me not be where I want to be. Well, like, I am where I want to be, but not really, if you understand where I'm coming from, and just how we're working towards not repeating that. Do you get? Let's get into it. 2020 was a year that, for me, like, I mean, I couldn't really do anything. I was at home. All I had was, like, my phone, family, and my thoughts. Because of that, during the pandemic, I became very reflective. One day, it just, like, dawned on me. I'm like, wait, so is this, like, life? Like, what's going on? Because let's be factual. We didn't have, like, people, I feel like if the people that are in their 20s now, or that were in their 20s during the 2020, like, we were robbed. I was looking around, I was like, wait, God, like, what's going on? What's up? Because this is not it at all. Like, this is not making sense right now. This is really not making sense. Because I'm just like, wait. What are we going to do with our life? Because I was in school for biology. So I was personally on track to go to medical school. You know, the typical, like, Nigerian path. That was basically what I was working towards. But ask me if that was genuinely what I wanted to do. I realized during the pandemic that I had literally wasted time and money on something that I really didn't care about. Like, I was doing it for other people. I was really doing it for other people, and I was annoyed and I was irritated, and the desire to please other people, baby, that was gone. Don't get me wrong, love mom and dad, but at the same time, if I don't love what I'm doing, if I don't love the way I'm fulfilling purpose, if I'm not walking my purpose, then you're not gonna get the best version of me. It's just not gonna happen. I have to do what makes me happy. I have to work towards my goals and trust that God will provide a way at the end of the day. Like, I had to really face that fact that my annoyance could only be directed towards me, because I was the one that made those decisions, but nobody forced me. So I realized that, okay, like, we're done wasting time. Wasting time is done. It's in the bin. It's over. Like, we're not doing it anymore. It's because I was so disconnected with what I wanted to do. I know I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to go into healthcare. I don't want to do that. When I would go out is when people would be like, oh my gosh, I love when you did this. I love this. Oh, I love this about this. Oh, I love that about, and it came back to me like, oh my gosh, like, I used to love fashion. I used to love style. Like, I fell in love with fashion when I was a kid. Like, I remember my mom bought me, like, an iPod. YSL had, like, this, they had their own app. And I remembered, like, watching the runway show and just admiring it, and I fell in love. And then from then on, I was just like, I was into all the models and the designers. And then after a while, because of what other people had to say, I completely disregarded that way of life. Like, that, just that, the love that I had for fashion. And when I look back at undergrad, baby, I looked like I wasn't happy. And it was because of what was on the inside. It reflected outward. And it wasn't until, like I said, I could recall, okay, like, fashion's my thing, innit? Like, we gotta lean into that. The moment I said, okay, we're getting back into our groove with the style, that's when certain things started to make sense again. And I realized that for a long period of time, I prioritized what other people had to say. I prioritized the thoughts of other people, questioning, oh my gosh, like whether or not they're gonna accept me, or are they gonna like it, or I mean, obviously, wait, hold on. In terms of fashion, people need to like it now. That's the whole business side of it. But in terms of like whether or not I pursue a career in fashion, it could be with anything, but just being on the business side of it, I literally remember once I was at that moment where I was at reflecting, I was sobbing. Don't get me wrong, I think there's a level of like respect and honor that you should give to your parents, but I don't think that you have to neglect what you love doing for anyone. There's a reason why you have that skill, that talent, and I realized that. Like for me, my love of fashion isn't just to be dolled up. Like at the core of it, it's far more driven by purpose. That era of my life, that undergrad, like please mom and dad era, made me realize that living for other people does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. There's no benefit I gain by prioritizing other people and neglecting myself. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I have a what if again. Because I remember like during that era, like during the 2020, I remember I had a blog back in like 2017, and it was like lifestyle and faith and beauty and all the other things. And because of fear, once again, I was playing small and I deleted it. I completely was done with it because of what other people had to say. I can control what I'm putting out. I can control, you know, what I'm associated with. I can control how often I'm posting. I can control the life I want to live, but I can't control how other people are going to perceive me. Because people are going to think what they're going to think regardless. So why am I even going to worry about it? I have to maximize my 20s. There's certain things that we've been taught in school that we could do without. You could have swapped A&P for like economics. The people that were going the health route, maybe they could have done A&P. All the other students should have done economics, period. Like economics should be something that we all know. We should all know that. We should know personal finance. Having those things, now I'm not saying you're gonna be Jeff Bezos, but a lot of us would be a lot more equipped for the environment that we live in. So what I'm doing right now to maximize my 20s is honestly going full force with my career goals. Anything that I want, I dreamt of doing as a child, I'm doing it now. And I'm doing it, God willing, to the best of my abilities. I say God's will because this is a journey. I don't think this is something that, especially when it comes to something like this, I don't think you can do it alone. Because there's so many people that would try to project that fear. People projecting fear, that thing works. Because it crippled me. And I'm not gonna say no to myself again. Like, I'm not just saying it to say it. Like some people say, yeah, we're gonna head to the top. Like some people say it on their IG caption. I'm like, babes, that's not me. I'm not just saying an IG caption. Like I mean it. It's in me, not on me, period. Like I'm not joking anymore. I'm not playing small. You know how the Bible applies like that person that reads to you? I love it. So there was one scripture that's just been sticking with me lately. Is that like a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I cannot be double-minded. And I realized that links back to procrastination, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but this is not really working out. So I'm just gonna like ditch it for today and I'll do it tomorrow. And the reason why I say that's being double-minded on my end is because, babes, you'll say you want to do this, but you're not putting the work in. Do you think manna's gonna fall from heaven? Because those days are over. Like no one's coming to save you. Jesus already did what he had to do. Do your part. And that's why I keep telling myself, like, stop being double-minded. I know a lot of people don't want to hear, but there are levels in life. And people don't get there by chance. Like, there are levels. To say that there are not levels is a lie. If I'm saying that I'm someone who's driven, I want to accomplish X, Y, Z, I want to go to the top, you have to face the facts of life. You can't live in this fairy tale. But it's not like anybody just starts there overnight. Yeah, sure, some people are born into it. But majority of people have started at square one. Meaning that they went through situations where, you know, they probably doubted themselves. They made mistakes. They had loss. They had failure. But the reason why we admire them or we're inspired by them is because they never gave up. A lot of the people that are super successful, when you hear them talk, there's that sacrifice. And I had to realize, okay, if I want to get to XYZ, you have to be prepared to sacrifice this and sacrifice that. And I wasn't happy when I was just kind of following what everybody else wanted me to do. I only became happy when I started to go on the path that I know I'm destined to go on. I know I'm not the only one. I know that we all go through it. And I think the moment that we can detach from what other people are saying, their ideals, their perspective, their views, their fears, their acceptance, their validation, you become unstoppable. If your parents are immigrants, I can understand why our parents want us to go the route of like becoming a doctor, becoming a nurse. I get it, it's security, but it's like, do we really live for that? Like, do we live for that security? Is it really not attainable? Like, if we really work towards it and we're strategic, especially in this day and age where we have technology at our hands, is it really that difficult for us to be successful if we want to be successful? It's not. Maybe back in their day, but we have so many things at our fingertips that we can be successful at literally anything. So that's what made me realize, I'm like, okay, I have to bank on me. I have to position myself to make sure that I'm comfortable and I'm living the life that I want to live. And that's part of the reason why I say, yeah, we're maximizing our 20s. I'm not wasting no time. I'm not giving myself what if moments ever again. Like, I'm saying yes to my goals, saying yes to my aspirations, no to procrastination, no to fear. We're going full force. But yeah, y'all, that is it. Let me know what you guys think. Am I bugging? Like, is there something about what I said that was wrong, off-putting? Like, let me know. But until then, y'all, I will see you in my next video. Bye.